Capable robot hardware isn't new. Honda's Asimo was walking and climbing stairs 2 decades ago. Boston Dynamics jaw-dropping demos for years. So, if the bodies are already this good, why did robotics suddenly catch fire around 2023? That's because the year missing pieces finally showed signs of life, the brain, the robot's brain. ALOHA proved you could collect rich, texturous manipulation data cheaply and at a scale. Google's RT1 and RT2 showed a single model could learn to act. For the first time, a handful of demonstration could teach a robot to repeat a task reliably. That's what lit the fuse. It carried the same promises people had already seen in ChatGPT. But here is a catch. It's the whole story. Robot data isn't free like text in internet, which is exactly why entire industry is now racing to collect it. Money followed the brain. As per Crunchbase, robotics startup raised around $6.9 billion in 2023, which is rose to $7.5 billion in 2024. Then 2025 exploded to around $14 billion. And this is just the first half of 2026. The sector has already pulled in around $18.8 billion, more than all of the last year. Figure AI raised first ever $1 billion robotics round. Physical intelligence raised $400 million for robot foundation models, and skilled AI raised $1.4 billion for a robot brain. So why does pouring money into robotics makes more sense today than 5 years ago? Because the bottleneck was never the body, it was the brain, and AI just made the brain possible. The old playbook was hardware heavy and brittle. Every new task meant reprogramming. The new one is software first. Robot can learn a task in hours from a few demonstrations instead of weeks. A cheap edge compute you can run on a robot, commoditized hardware, and a real labor shortage across US, Europe, Japan, and China. Think ChatGPT but for robots. A honest caveat, a true ChatGPT moment for robot is still likely a few years out, but narrow applications already pay off now, which is exactly why the smart money is moving early. Here is the part that should excite anyone building right now. Almost none of this is solved. There are critical unsolved problems sitting across the entire stack. High frequency onboard inference, running the brain fast on the robot in real time. Data efficiency, that is because, remember, robot data isn't free, and a whole layer of developer tooling to let the rest of us build on top of all this. The industry is literally wide open for builders. We're going to take one part of the stake and do it exceptionally well. For the next few months, our team will work on bridging a gap of robot model iteration speed by testing it on our own custom-made data collection hardware and our model.